Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jim Hardy. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your phone calls, taking your comments, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Again, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for being with us each and every day throughout the week, spending your lunch hour with us. A lot to talk about today as we will turn our attention to the Kentucky Wildcats as Auburn will head to Lexington to take on Kentucky this weekend, 6:45 on the SEC Network Saturday night. These two teams have been, well, let's just say it, disappointments in 2024. They are kind of vying for maybe the bottom of the league at this point. So, Kentucky does have an SEC win. They went to Ole Miss and were able to upset the Rebels in a game that kind of surprised, I think, most people. They have some bad losses. They had some good I guess that's certainly a quality win there. I mean, they played Georgia down to, probably outplayed the Bulldogs for most of that game, or were unable to kind of pull it off, lost at 12-13. But, this Kentucky team, the offense has struggled mightily. The defense, however, has been one of the better ones in the SEC. So it will be an interesting matchup. We'll take a look at that. We'll break down those numbers, talk about that a little bit. We'll look at the availability report, the injury report. It really hadn't changed a whole lot for Auburn, but there's quite a few guys on the Kentucky list. So we'll look at that as well. We've got a guest, hopefully, to join us a little bit later in the program. We will talk to an Auburn player. We'll reveal that a little bit later, but be sure to stay tuned for that toward the end of the program today. And as always, we'd love to hear from you. So give us a call, 256-234-6221. What do you expect as Auburn travels to Lexington to take on Kentucky? Are you optimistic? Are you pessimistic? How do you feel about this game? And we'll take your predictions today and tomorrow. As we've been talking about this week, don't forget the Auburn Blitz will be live tomorrow from Pensacola, Alabama, for the Hooks for Hope.
That's correct.
Auburn and Alabama fishing team, bass fishing teams will be there on that lake. This was the property of Ray Scott. This is big-time fishing here. We're talking about, but Brett and Jim will be there. They will do a little fishing themselves, and they will be broadcasting live again the Auburn Blitz from on location there in Pensacola, Montgomery, the area, South Montgomery County. So it's should be a fun day, and you go ahead and get up at 4:30 and head on down there, Jim, and I'll be sound asleep.
Well, it's kind of, in the fisherman's world, it's kind of like Christmas Day, when you get to go to a quality place like that, there's a good something inside of you that wakes you up at 4:30 and says, get going.
Well, take advantage of it while you got the chance.
There
Absolutely. No doubt about it. So, again, we'll talk about these things and much more. I appreciate you each and every day being with us. All right, Jim, let's just go ahead and dive into it. Auburn and Kentucky. When you look at this Kentucky team and what they've done this year, certainly they're not going to scare anybody, especially offensively. But when you look at maybe the matchup between Auburn and Kentucky, what do you think are some of the positives? What are some of the negatives?
Well, let's start on the negative side. I would say that it's going to be very tough if all of their guys are healthy on that defensive front to move the ball on them. That's one of the things, everybody has been pushing for the last couple of weeks for us to give Hunter some more carries, give Jeremiah more carries, give Austin some more carries, because I think everybody wants to establish a running game and then throw off of that to get yourself going. If they are, and as the stats here's got them, 21 in the country, only giving up 100 yards a game, that's a pretty hard way to get your offense established for the day.
Yeah, they, again, defensively, only giving up 283 yards a game. That's fourth in the SEC, 12th in the country. About 105 rushing yards a game. That's fifth in the SEC, 21st in the country. Only 179 passing yards. That'd be third in the SEC, 22nd in the country. So, I mean, talking about a top 5 defense in the country.
Correct. That's what I was about to say. I mean, you're looking at overall averages, at least top 10 defense in the country, and the teams that have been able to kind of hold us in on our rushing game and made Peyton throw to beat them, obviously you've seen the results.
So, how does Auburn go about attacking them? I mean, well, obviously, you look at South Carolina, they went into Lexington and put up 31 points earlier this year.
Well, take that one. Let's break it down as a coaching side of it. Mobile quarterback. You can get outside of that pocket. You can, when those big defensive linemen crush everything in on you, if you get outside of it, you can make things happen. Same thing. I look down the list here with them. Florida. I didn't watch the game, but I just about bet you Lagway is the one that done the most damage in that game for them, and he's a mobile, moving quarterback. Same way, Ole Miss, Jackson Dart, same mobile, moving quarterback.
Yeah.
I think that Peyton's going to have to – we're going to have to use some of the same similar stuff that we used in Georgia, is everything should be tight on the inside, so you may see a lot of screens or bubbles or Peyton trying to move the pocket, shift the front to be able to get it to where he needs some room to throw.
Yeah, Peyton Thorne. He starts this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't.
He finished this game?
Hughes rode him this far.
Is he going to finish the game?
Well, that depends on how the scoring's going. I think if it's ugly at halftime, I think you do. I think you see somebody. You'll see Hank Brown come out the second half. Now, if it's a close, tight ball game, I think he's already rode him this far. Why would he go any other direction?
I mean, that's I think that's true. But again, last week, as you mentioned, Florida, not known as an explosive offense.
No.
And, like as you mentioned, DJ Lagway, the true freshman quarterback, who's very, very talented. But he leads he leads Florida to put up 48 points on this Kentucky defense. So imagine you take away that 48 points. And I looked at it. I can't remember exactly what it was, but if you take those yards away from this total here, these stats on this defense, imagine how much better they would look.
Oh gosh.
I mean,
yeah.
That put a dent in their stats last week against Florida, and they still look pretty spiffy. So
that's what I was trying to dig up as you talk, the 48-20 game, and tell you the box score. That Florida. DJ Lagway, 260 yards passing, averaged 18.5 yards a pass. Then he had rushing. Now, see, this is the interesting part here. DJ done what I said he done. He had 50 yards rushing, so averaging almost 5 a carry on the rush. But it also comes back to what she said and what the stats are showing here. Overall, as a team for the whole day, guess what they rushed? 45 yards.
Really?
So they shut the running backs down, but Lagway got outside that pocket, got moving, and he put up 260 yards passing.
Yeah. Well, that's what Peyton Thorne is going to have to do. This is going to be one of those games where the receivers are going to be important.
Yeah.
You're going to have to throw the ball downfield.
Now here's another question I thought of on the way here for you. Knowing that this is about to happen and you're going to throw it, do you target Cam more? Do you target KLS? I get it that we got a revolving door over there, that there's like 9 receivers. We're trying to get them all their turn and get them all some reps. Is this one of those games you just settle down in there and you go, okay, KLS, Cam, Malcolm, throw me one other one out there, Robert Lewis. 4 of you, you're going to get the bulk of everything's going. Y'all going to keep going out there until we get up on somebody.
Well, I'm sure that it's always going to be the plan, and it's easy to say, hey, why don't we throw the ball deep to Cam Coleman more?
Right.
Well, a lot of times it's because Peyton Thorne's got about 2 seconds.
Right.
And then somebody's in his face, and he's chased out of the pocket.
Yeah, but you ever notice, here's again another scenario.
So everybody's got to do their job is what I'm saying.
Think about it on a coaching side of me watching that film of Cam Coleman. Right now, all I've ever seen is him and go a double move 2 different times. He double moved in that, I think it was the A&M game where he went for a touchdown. He double moved again and went in another game. Well, the Missouri game, he just left the double move out of it and went straight down on a fly going out the other way. Or at the end of the game, we love to try to throw to him on the back shoulder that it's the last desperate thing. Let's throw it to him.
Well, we've thrown 2 slants this year.
Yeah.
And both of them went off his hands right to the other team.
But you get my point, targets. Like he needs more opportunities.
I agree.
Yeah.
How in the world does KLS only get 2 catches last week?
That's what gets me.
I mean, those 2 guys obviously need to be.
That's a 600-yard receiver right now.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem targeting KLS, Cam Coleman, and Malcolm Simmons, all 3, at least 8 times a game.
Well, that's what, I mean, I think I saw statistics where Malcolm was getting like around 10 to 11 targets now, either whether they're pitches forward on that sweep that's coming across or actual passes.
Yeah.
I think that's a great number for Cam. Give him 12, targets a game.
And don't sacrifice that. I mean, in addition to, not in spite of, or in lieu of giving Jalcrace Hunter what the 20 carries he needs a game.
Right.
So,
oh yeah,
yeah, I would love to see him spread the ball around and get everybody involved like that. It's a lot easier said than done, and there's a reason we've struggled doing that. So,
hey, one more real fast before we go. South Carolina score I brought up to you. They beat them 31-6. In that game, they threw for almost 200 yards with a mobile quarterback. The mobile quarterback in the game had 54 yards on the ground. But guess, as a team, how much they had that day rushing? 35.
A lot of sacks.
Point proven is the rushing game, they're going to shut down on you. You got to beat them outside that box.
We got to take a break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice. Bice Motors.
This is Dr. Nilo, and for a limited time and in preparation for the holidays, we are taking on a few appointments. Call us today and reserve your spot at 256-373-8333 for your very special VIP $79 Winter Smile Extravaganza. Also, you can check us out online at smilecreator.com.
Get your appointment now with Dr. Nilo and Smile Creator of Alabama and Dadeville for this incredible offer.
With boat season ending, now's the time to let the good guys at Alex City Marine handle all your year-end repairs and needs. Let Alex City Marine help you with storage or shrink wraps to protect your boat from the harsh winter months. And now, set your appointments for full winterization. If it's time to repower, get your best deals of the year on our full line of Suzuki outboards that come with the industry's best warranty. Alex City Marine, the pros the locals know, and they've got you covered. See great deals on used inventory and shop for next year's Landau pontoons at the best price. All on Cherokee Road in Alex City at Alex City Marine.
When you need an auto hero, you got to call S&S Discount Tire Pros. With locations in Alexander City and Dadeville, we are here to serve you today. From quick services like oil changes and tire rotations to in-depth automotive repairs such as suspensions, brakes, and tune-ups, S&S can take care of all your tire needs. You just have to focus on what's important and love the drive. Call S&S Discount Tire Pros today. We are automotive heroes, and we are here to serve you.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Get ready to rev up your fall with Adams Motorsports in Montgomery. This season, experience the thrill of the open road like never before. From sleek motorcycles to powerful ATVs to versatile side-by-sides, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for adventure. Whether Polaris, Suzuki, or Kawasaki, Adams sells and services the best. Go to where the journey begins. Visit us today or online for more information. From East Alabama's first family of power sports, Adams Motorsports of Montgomery.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
GMC SUVs, GMC SUVs. On sale now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. The GMC Terrain, the compact SUV with seating for 5. And now discounted up to $6,500 off. The full-size GMC Yukons, discounted up to $9,000 off. Choose from almost 200 new GMCs. Get your best price every day on the lot or online at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We figured that was 2020.
Yes.
And that was Speedy Gonzalez there. He threw it to.
That's correct.
Right, okay. So, yeah. All right, so we are brought to you each and every day by Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation. Been in business since 2007. A quality business doing there in Opelika and expanding. So for air that's fresh and clean, call Sensagreen. We're also brought to you by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job's too small, commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your needs. And Russell Do-It Center, 9 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. They can beat the big box store. All right, Jim, here's an interesting little stat somebody sent me this morning. It said 27 FBS offenses average at least 6.5 yards per play this season.
Okay.
27 FBS offenses. 29 FBS defenses only allow 5 yards per play or less this season. Only 7 FBS teams are doing both. At least 6.5 yards per play and only giving up 5 or less per play. Those schools would be Texas.
I can believe that.
Penn State, undefeated.
Okay.
Ole Miss, Ohio State, Indiana, undefeated. Army, undefeated. And your Auburn Tigers. The Auburn is 2-5. The record, combined record of the other 6 teams, 36-4.
Wow.
So you can see why Hugh Freeze looks so like hung over every time he goes to a press conference. It's like, I don't understand what is happening. But we move the ball. We do a pretty good job containing the other team. We hold them for less than their average almost every week. And yet somehow or another we keep losing football games. So, now, one of those big hidden statistics, 16 turnovers lost.
There you go.
That is, of course, dead last in the SEC. That it would be 129th in the country. So that's part of it. That may not be the entire story, but that's obviously part of it. But how do you even go about how do you explain that? I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing wrong here?
Well, there's such things as people. I've heard people try to attack this from all different directions. That it's a coaching issue. You're not disciplined out there on the players. You're not keeping them on the details. I've heard it's culture. Like, you get down a little bit, people just give up. I've heard people say, we've got older guys that have never won before, so they don't know how to win. They're just out there playing football. I mean, there's so many different ways to me you could come up with it. But I guess the pure and simple of it is it's just snake bit. I mean, it's like you do so many things right, and then you walk outside and you trip over the sidewalk. Like you don't, you just.
Yeah.
You can't, that's what you said. You can't explain to me if you're in the top 10 in the country of all these stats, but yet you're in the bottom of the country in wins. And here's the next question to you. We're ranking SEC teams here, 16 teams in here. Where does Auburn fall? If you think about the stat side of it, they should be up there in the top 5, 6, 7 teams in the league.
Yeah.
But we take the stats away. Are they the new Vanderbilt?
Well, I don't know. Kentucky this may be the battle of who is the the bottom.
If we could get Mississippi State to play in a round robin with us, we'd figure it out.
I guess so. All right, so just some more of the matchups. Again, Kentucky's offense, as good as their defense has been, their offense is pretty abysmal, actually.
Right. Yeah.
114th in the country, only averaging 320 yards a game total. So, Brock Vandegrift he has struggled. Completion percentage, 54% completion percentage. That's even worse than Auburn.
And he's a former 5-star.
Yeah. We were hanging around the 60 mark. We seem to have kind of landed there. But I don't know. I mean, the Kentucky doesn't really do anything well. I don't know what they hang their hat on. What you would say, what is their fallback on offense? They don't run the ball extremely well. They don't throw the ball extremely well, but they just kind of. I mean, it's almost a typical, I guess, Mark Stoops kind of team. Mm-hmm. They are tough. They do play pretty hard-nosed, physical football. And
you've had a lot of
heavily defense
because of that defense that they've got. I hadn't seen the numbers, but I just about bet you'd have a lot of shortened, condensed games because you're having a lot of these 20-17s and whatever that was to Georgia. Kentucky, Vanderbilt went to overtime with. Kentucky, they played that 13-12. Their Ole Miss was like 17-18 or 20-17 or something. So they're not having a lot of time on the field to put up stats either. So
yeah. Well, if you're Auburn, you got to come out. I mean, you got to come out and do the same thing. I mean, the same goal every week it has been. Establish the run, have explosive plays, play solid defense, put yourself in position to win.
Everybody wants to start fast. My one request this week is don't get beat on the first play and get a sack.
That'd be nice.
Let's just go one play this time without making an error.
Yeah, if we win the toss, we'll defer. I don't think there's any doubt, but yeah, if we come out and have a sack again to open the first play of the game, I'm gonna be disappointed, Jim. Now, do you think Percy Lewis will be?
That's what I was about to say.
At left tackle.
I don't. I think Joyner starts it.
Who?
Joyner, Braden Joyner.
Oh yeah. So D Wade at left tackle and Braden Joyner left guard.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the way they've been practicing this week, so I'd be surprised if it was any other way. All right, we got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell. There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
The results are in, and Game Day Men's Health in Auburn has delivered. The certified medical team at Game Day Men's Health wants to help you feel better. Text 334-209-3706 to set up your free testosterone check and consult. Results back in as little as 15 minutes. Tired of feeling tired? Text 334-209-3706 to Game Day Men's Health in Auburn. They make you feel better.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your boat or vehicle to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction gives you the options to take care of your vehicle the right way. Located at 702 McCarty Road in Dayville, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or Superior Automotive and Boat Detailing.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines, a great place to have lunch. I get a great meal there. They got a wide variety of wines, got a wide variety of steaks and ribs and Kaneka burgers and tiger tails.
I got to jump in on that.
Go
I
ahead.
sat there in person and ate the ribs, and I don't know what kind of cow they're getting them off of, but they're the most thick, meatiest, juiciest ribs I think I've ever eaten. Like, there's so much meat on the bone.
Wow. Thanks for that image. Now I'm hungry. Okay, so they got daily lunch specials. Go and check those out. Check them out on their website, Steaks in Wine. That's just the letter N, steaksinwine.com. Go and check that out. The food is phenomenal. We've had partaken of quite a bit of it, so we can attest that it is all good. You will not be disappointed. All right, Jim, let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. Welcome in Jerry. Hey, Jerry, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Andy and Jim. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Feeling slightly optimistic, Jerry. I don't know why.
Well, hey, buddy, look, I'm with y'all on that. Look, I'm Auburn, going to be Auburn forever, and I don't know if we was playing the 85 Bears. I guess sometime a little bit before kickoff, I might convince myself that we had a chance. But irregardless of that, those stats you were pointing out a while ago are real interesting. Of course, we know our problem with turnovers. I think one of the things, too, is defensively, we hadn't been able to hardly create turnovers this year. And it just seems like when it comes crunch time, we're either A, on defense, we're giving up big plays, Oklahoma, Missouri, whomever, hitting big passes on us late in the game. We can't come through in the crunch and that. And then we can't come through in the crunch offensively. And, Jim, I'm not a coach, so I don't know what all that entails or why that is, but maybe you could address that or whatever. It gets real frustrating. But, yeah, look, I'm optimistic. I was optimistic last week. I'm going to be optimistic this week, doggone it. So appreciate y'all taking my call, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.
War Eagle, thank you, Jerry. Yeah, why not be? I mean, like you said, look, you're not going to pick them until they prove to you that they can win. There's no part of me that thinks Auburn can't go and win the game Saturday.
Right. Well, and it's
none.
It's what Jerry said. All of us. It's true. I've been since a little kid, been an Auburn fan. I got to look through my orange and blue glasses, and everything in me wants to give them a win on Saturday, Jerry. But until they show me otherwise, I'm gonna be on Randy's train and kind of be the gloomy person over here. And what we've already went through the stats, if you're looking at a team that's about to, if they're all healthy, about to come in and shut our rush game down, which we've kind of hung our hat on getting 150 a game, if they make us like some of the other teams they've won against have 30, 40 yards rushing, that's going to be a long day.
Yeah, that's Auburn, if they come in and Kentucky's able to control the game, control the line of scrimmage, and put the screws to the Auburn offense, and
yeah,
I
mean, you saw it in action Saturday.
Yes, it did not work out well. But to Jerry's point, Auburn has lost 16 turnovers, which is dead last in the league. They've only caused 6 turnovers, which is dead last in the league. So he's exactly right. It's not only the fact that we've given the ball away, we have not been opportunistic taking the ball away as a defense.
Now, Jerry, good for you if you'll hang on to the last segment. We've got a guy that have captured a turnover this year and an interception, an Auburn player that's going to come on and tell us all about it.
Hopefully so. The injury report, Caleb Burton is the new name. He is doubtful Saturday. Not that he has played a whole lot here lately. The wide receiver, Caleb Burton. So I don't know where that came from, but that's the only one different. Of course, Jamonta Waller out for the year after he broke his foot. I think Brandon Frazier suffered that injury. He had a broken foot too, I guess. It was a foot injury of some sort with Jamonta Waller. Tyler Scott and Champ Anthony, of course, with the broken leg. They're all out. But Kentucky, they got 16 players on here. And let me see, and 8 of them and 7 of them are out. So two DBs, an inside linebacker, two defensive linemen, three defensive linemen, and one offensive lineman are out.
Yeah.
Whether they're backups or whether they're, I know one of them was a starter earlier this year, but running back, DeMonte Traynham, he's doubtful. Several others are questionable, so they got Kentucky's kind of banged up. Now, did that help? Oklahoma was kind of banged up when they came in to Jordan Stadium. It didn't.
Somehow we gift wrapped them that one too.
Somehow that did not work out in Auburn's favor, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So I don't know if these will, if these injuries will make that much difference.
Let me see if
in the game. But what did you say?
I'm just checking some of the names to see if, like, one or two that's out, if they're actual starters or if they're somebody else.
Okay. Again, this many guys, how many defensive linemen do you have? I mean, if three of them are out, one of them is questionable, and another defensive tackle is probable, or two more, that one of them are bound to be backups if they're not starters. So it's going to affect them in some way for sure. Is that what we've come to, though? Are we hoping
the other
that
team's in trouble?
Kentucky is banged up so we'll have a chance?
Is
that what it's come to?
The Walker kid D tackle that's a probable to play. He is their fifth leading tackler on the team, and he's got eight solos and 18 assisted tackles.
Okay. Got to take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is coming soon to the corner of 280 and 49 North in Dadeville. This new 10,000 square foot facility is conveniently located to serve the residents of the Lake Martin area and its many communities. A branch of Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory in Opelika, Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation looks forward to serving your families and your communities, as we have since 1900 at Frederick Dean. 256-750-0381.
Dr. Lisa Daniel is now at Daniel Eye Care. Dr. Lisa Daniel has been serving the Auburn Opelika community for over 20 years. Dr. Daniel specializes in glasses and contact lens, children's eye exams, treatment of eye diseases, and LASIK consultation. At Daniel Eye Care, we strive to treat our patients as we want to be treated, with compassion, integrity, and personalized attention. Come see Dr. Lisa Daniel at 1955 Opelika Road or call us at 821-8889. Daniel Eye Care. Find your focus.
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation salad is too delicious to be a salad.
Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Hopefully, we'll catch up with Auburn safety Sylvester Smith in the final segment of the program today. So be sure to stay with us. We'll close things out with him and talk about his first season here, or I guess his second season here at Auburn. First time he's really gotten to be a major player there in the defensive backfield. So looking forward to that in just a few minutes. Talking about recruiting a little bit, they keep kind of, this Auburn class that's one of the things that I mentioned maybe to, I think it was JJ the other day, is I don't know, maybe I can't remember the last time, we haven't had a lot of terrible seasons like this, but we've had some. And I don't ever remember the recruits and the freshmen all being such in unison, being so positive.
Right. Bought in.
Yeah. So let's go to the phone line. I think we got a phone call. Let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline. Caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
How y'all doing today?
Hey, Charles, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm just as big an Auburn fan as probably any of y'all or more, but I'm beginning to believe Auburn is just doomed. I mean, 8-4 records and 7-5 and stuff like that. We can't get over the hump.
Well, we've had these up and down for since the 80s. I mean, obviously Pat Dye had that run from 83 to 80, really 89, but we were competing for national championships. We did come up short several times, but we've had moments where we got it going really good. Tuberville had it going really good from 2002 to 2007, but it has been a roller coaster ever since. And I'm like you. I want to see some consistency. I think we've got to build it from the inside out. And like I said yesterday, we've played 18 transfers on the offensive and defensive line in the last 2 years. And until we get a solid, formidable defensive and offensive line and build this thing out from there. I just don't think things are going to change.
Yeah, it's either we got a good coach or good players, and they don't ever match up together, it seems like.
It does seem like we're always, a day late and a dollar short.
But since we got, since Miles on, I guess we're the cash college.
Yeah.
Coach come get their cash and then leave.
That's right.
All right. Jim, I used to fish in your daddy's catfish pond when I was a teenager.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
Well, I now own it now, and there's probably over the years been several thousand special needs and regular kids have got to fish in that pond too.
Yeah, I was talking to your mom, and she gave me your number, to call you and see if I might come down and fish one day.
Oh, yeah, we're always happy to fish. You have to come fish with Andy sometime.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Y'all have a good one.
I appreciate it, Charles. How about that? Is there still some catfish in that pond?
They're all bass, brim, tilapia. We do in the winter do rainbow trout for the kids to catch, so a little something different.
Yeah. So defensive line, you got Malik Autry, Jordan Crawford, Antonio Coleman, Nathaniel Marshall. All four of those guys are 5-star and 3 4-stars there. Maybe they will take one more on the defensive line. Jared Smith, 5-star out of Thompson, that Buck linebacker. A couple of other guys are on the maybe, but that probably not likely. Jacaleb Falk, Elijah Melendez, the linebackers, two high 4-star guys. Devin Williams, Dante Core, Donovan Starr, and Blake Woodby there at the cornerback position. You still got Naheem Alford, and they're giving a 55% chance he ends up at Auburn. That's more than half, Jim.
That's a big jump.
If I'm doing my math right.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like if we could pull that off, that'd be quite a boost, especially with the way this season is going. All right, don't go anywhere. Hopefully when we come back, we'll be joined by Sylvester Smith, Auburn safety, right after these messages.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Senza Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, we care about the air you breathe. Call Senza Green.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Sentricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit allagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, closing things out to 1 o'clock. We're going to go back to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro hotline and welcome in a very special guest, Sylvester Smith, safety for the Auburn Tigers. Sylvester, thank you so much for taking some time for us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, from Munford, Alabama, I like to ask people whenever I get a player on here, you know, 4-star safety, you probably could have had your choice to go a lot of different places. What was it about Auburn? Why did you choose Auburn?
Auburn was pretty much
AHSAA
my
Smith
dream
Construction.
school since I can remember. Growing up, everybody in my family was kind of mixed. We had more Alabama fans than Auburn fans, but growing up, I was just a diehard Auburn fan and watching Cam Newton and like just growing up. And as I started getting recruited and I got Auburn, I pretty much knew then.
Well, how is the transition from high school to college gone for you? So,
it's been good for me. I think as far as you know, the process of having to grow up and just being able to become more wise, and as far as like not only football, but like how you go about getting your classwork done, you know, eating and like getting sleep. You know, I think it's been a good transition for me personally.
Well, and that's going to take me into a transition question as well. What about the transition from last year to this year? How much more comfortable do you feel on the field?
I feel a lot more comfortable. You know, as a freshman, first getting here, especially coming from, you know, a place like Munford where it's really not, it's a small school and, you know, in the country where, you know, the type of athletes you get from Munford, you know, the type of athletes you get, you know, getting to college at Auburn, like it's two different things. So, you know, just getting used to, you know, the competition of the game being faster, you know, the quarterbacks make throws a lot quicker, you know, the runs spill and get on the edge, on perimeter a lot quicker. So just the adjustment of seeing the game and slowing the game down in my head because I knew that I'm athletically capable of, you know, competing with these guys, just slowing it down in my head. So that's a lot better from last year.
And speaking of the game, like this weekend's game, what do you guys feel like? I know you've had time to practice and get ready for Kentucky. What is the outlook for those guys?
You know, it's pretty much the preparation for each team each week is always the same, you know, for the defense. we try to have the same attitude. You know, we play to what we know we can play. We can play. I love we can play at. You know, not just setting it up for who we're playing, but you know, as a fan, I would be looking for like a defense that flies around. You know, plays with relentless effort.
You know, due to you know, injury and some different things, you got so many young guys playing in the secondary. I mean, you're almost one of the elder statesmen here as a sophomore. Are you taking on a leadership role?
I would say, yeah, I'm definitely taking over a leadership role. We got a bunch of young guys who can go. It's not, you know, we have older guys, but we also have those younger guys we got, man, like, those are a lot of guys you just don't get. You know, just having them is just big, not only for right now, but for the future. You know, Caleb Harris, Jalen Crawford, Kinsley Falston, you know, young guys like that, Amon Lane. So just having those young guys in the secondary room, and being a guy who's going on a second year, I've been able to, you know, bring those guys, a couple of those guys up under my wing, you know, take on a leadership role for the next year.
I believe if I saw it right, you had a pick in the Arkansas game. Can you walk us through that and kind of tell us what led you to get that? Did you read the quarterback's eyes? Did you see that on film? How did that develop?
You know, before we played them, they always got into the red zone, and they, you know, they went 3-by-1 with 3 receivers in the field, and they loved the high-low concept. And we were in the 3 safety deep type of defense, so I was the middle piece of the 3 safeties. And they run a little hitch route, and they run like a skinny post behind the hitch route. And, you know, the whole week I've been saying, like, I got to play the hitch route but stay in the middle of the skinny post. So Jalen McLeod actually got a good read off the quarterback, and quarterback staring where he was going. And Jalen McLeod knocked it down. I was going to pick it because he was throwing the hitch, and I was, like, right on it. But he knocked it up, and sure enough, it was landing in my hands. It was a gift.
That's got to be an awesome feeling out there to do that in an SEC ball game. I mean, everybody's eyes are on you when that's happening. And speaking of everybody's eyes, I'm a big outdoors person myself, and I was reading up on you a little bit myself, and it shows you love hunting and fishing. Tell us, I mean, what's your favorite thing about fishing?
The rush, the adrenaline rush. You know, when the fish, especially when you got a big one, is tugging on the rod. You know, there's no feeling like it.
So now tell me, you know, I'm a big outdoor guy myself. Andy is not so much. He can tell you, he's probably forgot more about Auburn football than me and you'll ever know. Tell him which one means more to you, catching a big bass on the end of the line or an interception in an SEC game.
Sure, I'm taking that interception in the SEC game.
There you go. He likes that answer. I just know that adrenaline rush, like you said, it can't be explained getting outside and just enjoying God's creation and being able to feel that tug on the line, like you said. And then hunting-wise, we'll cover that real quick, too. What do you like to hunt?
All right, deer.
Okay. What's your biggest one?
I killed an 8-point 2 years ago. You know, being in college, I don't really get that much time to go hunting. And last year, I was just so busy being a freshman, so I definitely didn't have any time to hunt.
Well, when are you guys heading to Lexington?
We're heading to Lexington tomorrow morning around 11, around lunch.
All right. Well, we'll certainly be watching you guys Saturday night. Wish you guys the best of luck, and hopefully we can start a winning streak. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get it started, man. Let's go win out, get it started.
Absolutely. Sylvester, thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. War Eagle.
War Eagle. Sylvester Smith from Munford, Alabama, one of the starting safeties for the Auburn football team right now, doing a fantastic job. Did have an interception there against Arkansas. But, again, so many young guys in that secondary, Caleb Harris and Jay Crawford, just to name a couple and the ones that he named. They are really, if we can keep this thing together.
Future looks bright.
Those guys are really going to be good. That's going to wrap it up for us on this edition of the Auburn Blitz. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today, live tomorrow from Pentlala, Alabama.
Literally catch us tomorrow.
Brett and Jim will have the Auburn Blitz with you tomorrow on location. He is Jim. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.